already know what time it is.
Oh, yes.
I am Matt P.
And I'm Jeremy Chase.
And this is Parking Lot Parables coming at you again.
Yes.
Another episode.
Another one.
We back steady again.
Oh, yeah, man. Look, after that COVID scare, I was like, nah, we ain't doing this again. But yeah, man, we're back, with another episode on Parking Lot Parables. Hope y'all had a great week, It's almost the end of September.
Yeah, we getting there.
We almost at October.
This year is just
yeah, man, like it's really passing us by. But that's still a sign. Keep grinding, keep working, keep doing what you do, and don't limit yourself. Which is what we talking about today. Pretty much we're talking about why we shouldn't limit ourselves. I know for me, growing up, I've always had like this high potential, but I've allowed, people, allowed just culture in general, allowed, just my own thoughts about myself, limit, what I could and couldn't do. I think like a lot of times we are so ingrained in what others think and what others, feel that we do limit ourselves. Like we don't, push for a greater because we're like, I want to be humble, but no, like you should be able to see yourself in a better position, in a better lifestyle, a better, you should always be developing in whatever area. But yeah, like
being stagnant is like the worst thing.
Oh yeah, man, look. When you not doing nothing, that's the devil's place shop. Like, when you have an idle mind and not really thinking about pursuing more or going after more, that's the worst opportunity. Because like, you get bored, you start to seek things in your own power and like rely on stuff that you don't need to be relying on. Like it's crazy how like situations can stop you from moving forward. Like because me, I had a bad habit of like accepting loans and stuff like that, and I had a little financial snafu recently, but like instead of like going and getting the loan, I was like, no, let me just suffer through a little bit because it won't always be like this. And because I did that, I saved myself a whole lot of money that I would have had to pay long term than what I would have to do now. So like, man, it's crazy what even growing, like some stuff that you've gotten past and grew from still comes to challenge you and limit who you can be. So I think it's just important that whenever we're pursuing greater, pursuing what we're called to do or whatever, that we not limit ourselves, man. Like like always think bigger, think more than what you are. You got anything to say, bruh?
Don't be desperate.
Yeah.
Like, because out of desperation, people tend to turn to things that they normally wouldn't turn to. They tend to think about doing things that they've never done before, and sometimes, well, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of times when it's out of desperation, it's almost never good.
Yeah.
Because you'll start to rock with people that you normally wouldn't rock with, out of desperation. An opportunity.
Yeah, a quick decision is never a good decision.
Yeah, I mean,
this guy said it himself. I'm like, nah, let me think about it. Especially if people bring you opportunities, and it's like a, give me an answer now type of thing. Like sometimes, you might want to be wary of what comes your way, because all good things are not God things. You may say, well, this will help me, build up my own resume and all this stuff, but you never know the hell you may be getting yourself into. accepting certain people and certain opportunities. Because, man, that's important, man. Like, that we guard ourselves and not limit what God can do. But yeah, man, like, it's crazy how many people have just given up on themselves and, like, just gave up all hope. It's one thing to have moments where you want to quit every now and then, but like, just to give up everything and just be like, I'm not going to strive for nothing anymore. I'm going to accept mediocrity. I'm going to accept the minimum, accept, a poor lifestyle or just, living in bondage. Like, man, it's so many people that's doing that. I've done it, when I was younger.
I think your time has passed. After a certain age, you need to give it up, man. Don't listen to those, man. Like, look, man, there's always going to be somebody telling you, no matter where you are in life, there's always going to be somebody telling you need to give it up for whatever reason it might be. You're too old. You're not good. You're too big. Too small. You don't sound good. Whatever it is,
Man, we've even heard like a lot of people get a family and put their dreams down. And that shouldn't be the case. It should be the opposite. Like, I think, of course, work a job, do what you have to do to make money, but don't give up your dreams. And especially if your partner is the one pushing you towards your dreams, like, that's a red flag. Yeah. That's a red flag that they're not, pushing you to pursue what you are called to do or you envision yourself doing. It's a red flag. And you have to have people that are on the same mindset with you. If you have a passion to do something and they're not on the same page as supporting you in that, like, no, that ain't it. And I think, growing up, a lot of people were like, you got to give up your dreams so you can be a family man, so you can, provide and, have stability, and it's like, when you settle for that, you don't allow God to build your faith. I think so many times we'll go after something and stick with something because it feels comfortable, but we don't jump out there, like we used to. Like, just think about childlike faith, man. Like, children, they believe they can do whatever.
Yeah.
Like, we all had some crazy.
Believe they can fly, they jumping off of something.
Oh yeah, bro. Like, we all had some crazy, faith in how we can do stuff. Like, that's why, God was saying, like, we should all have childlike faith because they just believe it. You tell them something, they believe it. That's why a lot of children are very gullible because they believe it off bat. They don't think like, that this person's gonna lie to them. Yeah. But yeah, man, like, don't limit yourself because anything's possible. I think we all the time, like, just kick ourselves in the foot because, like, so much time has passed, or we've, like you said, wasted a lot of time, not being in the field we want to be or whatever.
What?
Like that.
I can write a book on wanting to do something and then battling your own self-sabotaging thoughts.
Yeah.
Stuff that people have planted in you. People is like so negative. They've sowed negative thoughts into your life. How people treat you.
Oh yeah.
People playing you like nah, man, you need to give it up.
Yeah.
Like that stuff, it can't, if you allow it, that type of stuff will cripple you.
Oh yeah.
Like, so you have to make a decision each day that no matter what anybody's saying,
exactly,
I'm gonna continue to press on.
Yep.
Because I know I know God gave me this gift, and I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Oh yeah.
Whether it's being a doctor, going to be a doctor, a musician, athlete,
no matter what it is,
preacher. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, you don't have to be in a pulpit to be doing God's work.
No, at all, man. Like,
I mean, it should be more about the life than what you saying in the pulpit anyway.
look, it's not even about the building no more. The pandemic has taught us that. Chill,
Yeah,
man.
still some have not learned that lesson.
Yeah, it's crazy how, you know, like literally, this pandemic has made us all sit down and like look at ourselves. You know, some people have been living with people, and when they really got the time to spend with them, they realize that they're not the person for them. Like, but like, you know, some people have taken this time to see a life for themselves. Like, they don't want to be in a certain situation. They don't want to, you know, live with mediocrity. It's allowed them to actually grow in who they are and not settle. And like, that's, you know, that's what this pandemic really did for me. You know, allowed me to see that, you know, it's not the end of the world. You know, we got through this pandemic and still going through. It's not over.
Nah,
It's not over
nah.
by no means, but we're still, you know, pressing on and going through it how we need to be. So like, you know, you shouldn't limit yourself on what you can or can't do, man. Like, I think it's important that you have especially whoever you're surrounded by, man, that's the number one factor to limiting yourself. Like, if you got people that, you know, down what you do, like if you do music, if you do media, if you just create stuff, like, no, you should have people pushing your vision, pushing you to do, you know, what you created do. Like, you know, like, can't be a dream killer out here.
Yeah, I mean, if you think they can't play, shoot, y'all pull. If you some real friends, pull some money together, get them some lessons, man. Look,
Facts.
see, because you know one thing about it, working on your craft is essential, is as essential to the actual success itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I mean, there can be no real success without working on the craft. You know what I'm saying? So like, y'all pull some money together, because you never know. It might just take a few lessons before it click for that person.
Yeah. Look, man, it's crazy that, you know, that's why God be giving vision to you. He gives it to you. You know, sometimes it's not for everybody. But like, when God puts people in your life that have consistently pushed you, you know, keep them people around. You know, don't do nothing trash to chase them off. Instead, return it, you know, because a lot of people are one-sided. You know, they expect everyone to push them, but they don't in turn push them in their stuff. You know, I think it's important that it's a balance. You know, like, whatever you put your heart to do, like, have faith for them to do it. Like, you know, it's important that we help each other, because who knows, like, I think, you know, when there's unity and, you know, believing for better and doing better, there's always opportunity to grow, no matter what. Like, if you have someone backing you and saying you could do it and, you know, pushing you for greater, there's nothing you can't do. Like, the sky's the limit, and even that's not the limit. You know, I think it's just important that we not limit ourselves, we not limit God in our lives, we not limit, you know, who we are and are to be. Like, it's crazy how many dreams have died that were supposed to help someone else. Like, you know, just think of all the different dreams that people didn't do because someone told them, you know, they not good at it. Someone told them that's stupid. Someone told them you'll never make any money from that. I mean, look, you can even tell now, like, the industry in itself has changed for a whole lot of stuff. I never would have thought that people could have made millions of dollars playing video games.
Outrageous.
Like, come on. Look, we've all had, you know, our parents say, you're wasting your time with the video games. You need to put it down every now and then. Like, man, it's crazy how people are making millions. So, like, you know, especially when we get children and, you know, have people in our lives, like, don't be that person that just downs what they enjoy doing. You know, if you see something in them, cultivate that thing. You know, make sure that, you know, they stay in control of what they want to do. But at the same time, when they have a passion for it, you know, show them how to do it. You know, some may have a passion for finance. Some may have a passion for, you know, something else. Like, you never know what, you know, can launch your children into something else. So if you limit them, it's the same thing. Like, your children look up to you whether you realize it or not. You know, I know some may like say that they in them teens and they, you know, butt heads and whatnot, but they still watching, they still learning, they're still growing from what you've taught. So don't count them out, you know, don't write them off as they'll never be something. But no, like, push them to be greater. You know, put that effort in. Say you did what it took to make them. Now cultivate. But yeah, man, you got anything else to add?
Oh, I don't know. Not really. I guess just seek happiness in this life.
Oh yeah.
You know, if you're a believer, and even if you're a non-believer, you know, the Bible tells us to seek ye first the kingdom of heaven.
Mm-hmm.
So you seek that, and everything else will be added on to you.
Yep.
Limitless, right? That's what we're talking about. Not limiting yourself. So you over here seeking a limitless God.
Yeah.
A limitless kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna add who can add limitless things to you.
Yeah.
Greater than we can ask or think. You know?
Yeah.
So I'll just keep that in mind.
True. Like, and even, man, you gotta believe that you're good enough where you're at. You know, I think sometimes we're like, well, I gotta learn this in order to get, you know, play on this level.
Yeah.
I gotta be able to do this in order to, you know, get in these type of environments. No, be who you are. You know, as long as it's a good person, and you know, you ain't out here.
Don't be no dingling, guys.
Yeah, don't be trash. You know, and then just out here, just yeah. But be who you are, and like, you know, just walk confidently in what you do. You know, I think we limit ourselves when, you know, when it comes to like how much we should be making, how much, you know, value we place in this earth. You know, I think like when we think on the level that God sees us as, we'll be a lot more successful. Like, it's crazy how, you know, more successful people and families that, you know, are rich, they don't have like a image of what failure is. Because if one thing don't work, they can go to the next thing. You know, if someone doesn't meet their offer and something, they'll go to something else. You know, they know what their value is, and it's at a high level. And like, it's crazy how they can just, you know, go after it. Like, and like, loss doesn't defeat them. They're like, well, I'll go to the next thing. They're not intimidated by, you know, someone saying no to them, or someone saying, you know, they couldn't do something, or any of that. They like, you know what? Okay, you said no. All right, well, let me get up out of here and find someone who say yes.
Yeah, we're living in a time where, you know, I mean, where you can start your own platform. You know,
oh yeah,
it's not necessarily a big platform starting off.
Yeah,
but it can grow.
Yeah,
like people have been doing it for years now. Kev on Stage.
Yeah.
Started with YouTube and all that type of stuff. Now this dude is got his own app.
Yep, streaming
all that type
service.
of stuff, streaming service.
Sir.
There's a few internet comedians that's doing that.
Yeah.
You got Toby and Nigway. They started like doing their Twisted Sunday things.
Yeah,
you know,
it's just braiding hair.
Just braiding hair, and dropping
rap.
songs, and like he's only been doing it for like
a couple of years,
4 or 5 years maybe.
Yeah.
And like he's already like, not only has dude caught attention of like everybody across the world, he still ain't signed. to no company. He's still an independent artist.
Yep.
And putting out like quality stuff.
Oh yeah, man.
So it can be done. So what happened? What is it? You gotta have. Now, granted, there has to be some talent there for whatever it is you're trying to do. I think we can all agree about that.
Yeah.
There has to be some talent there. Now, do you have to be the
best at it?
Do you have to be Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson type gifted? No. Because I mean, I really ain't trying to be funny. I mean, like,
we got
a lot of them jokers that's out there now doing stuff. Even the doctors ain't really that talented sometimes. Boy, can't figure nothing out. Boy.
Yeah, man.
Can't even figure out a code.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
But you take what you have and you cultivate.
Yeah.
Continue to study your craft. You take whatever's at your disposal. There's a lot of resources out there.
Oh yeah, man. I'm learning more just on TikTok by itself.
What?
Like, you can search it. Like, that's becoming the new Google for a lot of people. Like
recipes, information on. I've seen good information like on TikTok for recipes, realty, ignorance, everything.
Shoot, how to make money.
How to make money, finances.
Okay, all of it, man.
Signs of thought-tree. You got it all on
they
there.
Got all. They the new Google.
Yeah, this is like TikTok low key done became the new. It's like the shorthand YouTube almost. Like you go to YouTube if you want to see the full thing.
Yeah. TikTok.
You trying to see that 30 second to a minute? You go to TikTok.
You want the short nuggets? Just go to TikTok. They'll let you in, include you in on what to do.
I think this is just unfortunately that's just the thing about social media. Like I said, you get a platform. It's open for everybody though.
Yeah.
Everybody can get a platform.
Yeah, so you have to weed out, the mess.
And that's what this pastor church I was playing at this morning, he was talking about changing the channel. And like there's a lot of ignorance out there. You got to learn how to weed that stuff out.
Oh yeah.
Keep it moving.
Yeah.
Like you can't be paying everything that you see attention. Like how draining that can be.
Yeah.
You see something and now you triggered.
Yeah, like it's crazy how people will start arguments over stupid stuff when there's no real answer to it. Like it's made to trigger you. It's made to be controversial. Yeah,
and it's funny because how easily triggered a lot of people, and then some people just get off on that. Some people aren't really triggered.
Yeah,
that's
just
want
to argue for argument's sake.
They have that type of. They get off with like arguing and. They call it. They refer to it as debating, but they're arguing. I mean, I think the whole debating work kind of goes out the window when it starts throwing insults.
Oh yeah.
And everybody's tough on social media.
Yeah. That's what they say. I'm like, man.
Yeah. Sometimes sometimes it's nothing wrong with taking some time off. From social media to get yourself together.
Get yourself right.
Collect yourself. You have to collect yourself sometimes, just take some time, go get a massage, go out of town for a couple of days.
Oh yeah. It's important.
Go see something you ain't never looked at. Go look at one of God's many creations, for new inspiration on whatever it is that you're trying to strive for in life.
Yeah.
But that's all I got to say, man.
We ain't got too much to say on it, but just got to do it. Put that passion behind it. Like put in the work. Everything comes with faith and work. So if you believe that you are meant to do something, don't limit yourself. Allow God to like provide the resources and you work with it. Like just run with it, man. Like whatever you're created to do, like do it. Even if it just makes you happy, like just assess what's the thing you will want to do that you wouldn't have to be paid for, and then go after that.
Yeah, it's like they say, it ain't work if you're having fun.
Yeah, facts.
That's what they say.
Big facts on that.
So I've been working for a long time.
And look, man, I'm ready to have some fun. Like just some straight up fun.
I've been working for a long time.
A long time.
I believe everything comes in due season. You know, so what do you do until that time comes? You keep cultivating, and you be ready.
Oh yeah.
You just be ready. Don't
it.
put yourself in a box.
No.
Stay away from the foolishness.
Stay away from the foolishness.
Speaking of which, you already know what time it is.
Oh yes.
It is Miss Me with the Foolishness. Speaking of like trying not to limit yourself,
Man, he was trying to measure himself.
like
So there was this teen, you probably seen this story because it's been all over the place. So this teen gets this USB cable stuck in his penis because he was trying to experiment to measure his length. So this was a teenager, he was 15 of course, from London.
I ain't know y'all get down like that and
Look.
over there in London. Man, I thought y'all had more sense than that.
He had to have surgery to remove a knotted cable after it got stuck. He ain't just do like this string. He had that thing tangled. He ain't untangled. He just put it up in there.
They had to cut. The surgeon had to cut into the area between his genitals and the anus
Look, man.
in order to get the cable out.
Look,
Some people refer to that as the tank.
man.
Oh
Look,
boy.
like, come on now. Like, you gotta be some type of crazy to do that. Like, you know, I know we just talked about not limiting ourselves, but that joker went above the limit on craziness. Cause like, how I don't even want to know how he got it in there. Cause if you a strong man, you know that type of activity shouldn't be common. Like, he couldn't just lay it out and do it that way. And how are you gonna measure the length anyway? Like, none of this makes sense. Like, this boy, something wrong. He need to be checked in the facility or something, but something's not all there. If you doing this foolishness, I was just blown aback by it.
Man, I'm like, boy, you done got the. I mean, I know he 15, so I'm sure he'll heal up just fine, but boy, better not be looking at no dirty movies, boy.
Man.
It's gonna hurt.
Look,
Popping stitches.
yeah, I think another part.
Better not be looking at cheerleaders.
Look, I think another report was saying that every time he peed, he was bleeding, just spitting out blood. I'm like, oh no.
Oh no, nephew.
Like, I was gonna say he done got a period. But nah, man, like, y'all be careful out here. Don't put foreign objects, all up in.
It kind of reminds me of an episode. You ever watch 1,000 Ways to Die?
Yeah. Or Sex Brought Me to the ER.
Yeah, there was an episode of 1,000 Ways to Die where this guy, he had a problem with sticking things up his butt.
Oh.
Like he got off on it. Like he just like to stick stuff up his butt.
Man.
So he had got like a couple of items stuck up there, like a TV remote.
No.
And they said like a bottle of lotion or some junk like that. So
Oh.
they got it out. So he saw this like tube, right? This long tube it was like a long vial. It was like it had some type of liquid in it though. This fool stuck it up his butt. After that, it just did all that work to get that stuff up out of him. He stuck something else up there and messed around and broke while it was in it.
No.
And the stuff that was in it was highly acidic.
Ooh.
Melted from the inside.
Oh.
Some real Saw type stuff.
Man, no. Heck no.
So he did himself in the worst way. Gots to do better.
Like, he really did himself in. Like, God, dog, man.
I don't know the doctors. I think the doctors told him if you do it again, it's gonna be the last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the last time for real.
Yeah. Like, it's crazy what, fetishes people have. That
Some
can
weird
cause them-
addictions, man. Like,
Yeah. Nah, it ain't. Yeah, you couldn't pay me enough. Shoot, I know one thing. When it's time for us to get prostate checks, I'm ooh.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm probably gonna go ahead and I'm gonna be over there like sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away.
Bro, I'm gonna have my Raycons in. I'm gonna just be up there holding.
You gonna let a girl, woman do it or a guy do it?
I don't even know, bro.
We ain't got much longer. We only got about 5 or 6 more years.
Yeah, that's what I'm like, man. I don't even know.
I think they said what is it late? Is it 40 or early or late 30s?
I think it's like late 30s.
Yeah, we ain't got long at all.
Man, I'm just like, oof. Probably. Well, no, cause I'm thinking a woman, cause they got skinnier fingers, but then they got longer nails. So I'm like, hell, you can't win.
Nah, I mean,
it's a lose situation.
Yeah, because either way, something's going up there. Okay. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm like, man,
like, no matter how you slice that cake, something's going up there. So you just have to, I don't know. That's just one of them things like death or something. You have to wrap your mind around it.
Oh yeah. Like, man, I'm just
like having colonoscopies too.
Yeah.
Whew. Goodness gracious alive.
Yeah.
What is going on here?
I don't look forward to it at all.
Yeah.
You gotta do it.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself. You can't limit your body.
Can't limit your self-care.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So, if you want to follow me, you can follow me at Matthew Priest on Facebook, Matthew_E_Priest on Instagram, and Unprecedented MP on Snapchat and Twitter.
Oh yeah, if you want to follow me, you can follow me at The Chase Harden on all social media platforms.
And once again, it's like we said, don't limit yourself. Like, we ain't about to limit ourselves. This 2 years coming up.
Oh, yeah.
It's going down.
Yes, sir.
We're doing something real nice. We're going to do something. Y'all be on the lookout for that.
Oh, yeah.
We appreciate y'all rocking with us so far. Again, I am Matt P.
And I'm Jeremy Chase.
One time.
Yes, sir.